Man, get up here in the Zoloft to get your head right.
Hi there. Welcome to the Zoloft. Man, I hadn't been to CPAC in a while, ever since it seemed that CPACers seem to have lost their way to the big tent idea. The conservative tent is supposed to be a conservative tent. If you try to make it a big tent, then you invite people to take liberties in the conservative tent, and thus what it means to be conservative gets blurred. The conservative tent should be a growing tent of conservatives, not a growing tent of people who say a few things that are conservative while clinging to issues that contaminate the conservative groove. That's not being conservative. Now, I'm kind of glad to see the CPACers are putting their foot down when it comes to Milo speaking there. And no, man, this ain't no Milo hatred. If y'all are gonna try to say that I'm a Milo hater, then y'all ought to say that Milo is an immigrant hater. And I doubt very seriously that Milo just hates immigrants. And I don't hate Milo, so don't even start with me with that. And speaking of hating Milo, you notice how CPACers aren't burning down facilities and acting like a bunch of rage zombies? You know, like how liberals do? Don't even try to talk to me about some Milo hatred. But I've been asked on a few occasions, what do I think of Milo? I really just shook my head and just kept on doing my vids. I just kept doing my vids, watching conservatives fawn over and promote a guy parading himself as a homosexual. While conservatives have been snubbing me and telling me they don't really want to watch my videos anymore because I talk about the Bible too much. It often makes me want to tell people of the right-leaning persuasion to go get bent. I'm out. But I ain't so full of myself like these Hollywood liberals who threaten to leave as if our world would fall apart without them. I ain't like that, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep on doing my part, despite how taken for granted I often feel. Because I know it ain't nothing compared to how my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ felt as people embraced what corrupts the world while he hung up and died on a cross. I ain't got a problem with Milo as a person, but his behavior I can't endorse. I understand how people are caught up with how Milo speaks out against people who don't want to follow our laws and come into our country illegally. But Milo himself doesn't abide by the law of nature. He breaks nature's law for pleasure. So it's hard for me to listen to him talking about somebody else breaking the law. Milo being a homosexual promoting conservative ideals doesn't really grab me. Milo being a person who says he has homosexual tendencies, but is trying to refrain and adhere to the sexual fit of his gender. Now that I could respect. And he has expressed that he would prefer to be a heterosexual. I can respect that. And he's taking crap for that like he's some sort of sellout. As if being gay is what's all important and you don't go against the gay. As if submitting to your desires, no matter how unnatural, is what's important. There's a word for that. It's called selfishness. This is why homosexuality and being a conservative kind of cancel each other out. Being homosexual itself takes liberties with the law of nature. And though Milo has expressed that he would rather be a heterosexual, it doesn't really look like he's trying that hard. And don't expect heterosexual men to feel sorry for this. Straight folks don't get to just go out and have sex with whomever they want to either. You got some married couples out there who got desires stronger than they can stand, and sometimes they end up going to have sex with other people. And guess what? Even though this is still a heterosexual affair, it's still freaking wrong. But the urge falls on everybody. Don't think that only homosexuals have the urge. Now, does anything that I just said make me a homophobe? No. Look here, man, if I was driving down the street and I saw some Islamo-fascists with a machete chasing after some gay dude waving around a rainbow flag, I would steer my car over and I would run over the Islamo-fascist. That's right. That's how I roll. Even though chances are the homosexual with the rainbow flag would probably turn around and say, "You Islamophobe, how dare you run over him?" Well, you're welcome. Now, as conservatives, we actually try to apply Dr. King's dream of judging people by content of character. Character is tied to behavior, and behavior tends to tie into sexual orientation. Milo exhibits a behavior that enjoys breaking the law of nature, and that will affect character. And for anybody trying to accuse me of being judgmental, shut up. You're judging me right now. Take that judgmental nonsense up with those rage zombies up at Berkeley. And for you liberals out there, you act like you love the First Amendment so much, but you just use it to judge people yourselves. Yeah, you with the picket sign and the megaphone. You're judging people. You're judging people for telling you that you're not entitled to have your desires at the forced expense of somebody else's rights. And to these self-righteous, pious, so-called conservatives defending Milo saying there's no proof of what he said. We got the freaking video. Y'all are in some serious denial. Y'all keep saying he doesn't condone pedophilia. He says so in his apology video. But y'all, you're ignoring what he defines as pedophilia. Y'all might want to go back and listen to that initial video. Because in Milo's world, when a kid reaches puberty, it's no longer pedophilia. But man, it would be awesome if people actually put up a fight for Jesus and what he actually said, the way they put up a fight for Milo. But now all these candy-coated Christians want to twist Jesus into their idea of what they think Jesus would have said. But for real, y'all, Milo has strong and powerful things to say. But if he really wants to demonstrate how strong he is, then demonstrate that by resisting what you know is unnatural. And I don't need y'all to lecture me about how much pain he's been through, as if he's the only person who's had to deal with some. I'm pretty sure many of y'all listening right now have had some pretty sad and tragic stories yourself. Believe it or not, behind this smile that you're used to seeing is some pretty sad and even tragic stories in my vault. That doesn't give me or anybody else a pass to get out there and behave any old way we want to because we've been hurt. So no, I'm not being judgmental. Milo is a grown man. He doesn't need to be coddled. So thanks again for hanging out with me in the Zoloft, y'all. Make sure you share with your friends, family, even people who get on your nerves. Just remember, y'all, when you share and support my work, a little bit of leftism dies. Homophobe. Shut up, Demo.